good guy and I don't want to see people hurt. So they've kind of used that. And there's a government, that was a white government van. I didn't catch it fast enough. It was a white government van. They did. They surveilled me, and then Lynn has learned a lot about me, that I'm a good guy. So he'll use that, to hurt me. And I guess that's pretty much like all the TIs that I know. We're good people, so they kind of feed off of that. That you're a good person and you don't want to see other people get hurt and you want to live a productive life. That's kind of a truck with a trailer, but I wouldn't say it's part of my stalking or anything. Couldn't say for certain. A lot of the stuff I show, I'm not certain if it's vehicular stalking. Some of it I can look at the cars and look how pristine they are with the one light, and I can be like, yeah, that's definitely somebody vehicular stalking me. But sometimes it's very questionable, and I think that's a very that's why this is so it's so well evil, because you can see something that just somebody's doing that's bizarre, and you kind of place it in this program. And I know I've said that 100 times too. I've done it before, and other TIs have done it before, and we'll probably do it again. But that's why, they've thought this out very well. Evil has definitely evolved with this one, and kind of learned a lot about us and how to hide things, and if it's only so many people being hurt, and it's hidden, what people will accept, what people will believe. But that's coming down. We're starting to kind of, the pendulum's really starting to swing towards the center here, where non-target individuals, they're hitting me in the throat right now, so give me a second. But non-target individuals are like, really studying this, and the awareness is coming out. So what they plan is starting to break down. Like the program, like I guess it's really hard to keep all this undercover, and it works for a while. But then when a certain number of people start to learn, then that starts to spread, and that's happening. It's really kind of it's past the turning point where this is gonna stop. It will stop. Enough awareness will get out. But like I always say, and a lot of other people say, it's just the when. It's when it's gonna stop. So you'll find me posting as many videos as I can. What I do, if the remote neural monitoring or the V2K is just kicking your butt, putting in earphones and some music that you really love, that really inspires you, that's what really helps me, aside from the defenses that I put up. And I kind of I see how many views, like I'll watch these little kind of superhero edited videos where they put music to like the Avengers or Iron Man or Captain America, and y'all probably see me like them and kind of post them up and say how they inspire me. And what I really want to do, because I'm good at editing and I do it for my work, I want to figure out, I just can't figure out how to get some of the, like I've got the digital copy, but I can't figure out how to get the file on and get it into to Final Cut Pro. But I've seen that these, the smallest number of views that most of these videos get is like 80,000, and some of them, if they're really good, they get millions of views. So I kind of want to make a couple of my own, kind of about this target, about what would inspire me, like a song and a hero that really inspires me, and then maybe connect that to my YouTube channel so that those people come in and view it, and maybe then start getting introduced to the other videos I'm making. So I do have that kind of plan in the future. And that's a small thing. It's not something like going to the city council or anything like that, but I feel like any kind of rocks that we can throw at this right now will just help. Like, if you're a TI and you do want to make some videos or just tell about your personal experiences, like anything that you can do is gonna put a lot of holes in this, because we've got a lot of momentum now. And the thing about it that's really good is that momentum's not it's not jeopardized. Like, it's not the momentum's it's just exponentially increasing, and it's not like it can be stopped. It's not like anybody's going to stop it. Only more and more target individuals are going to step up. There's Sheriff right there across the line. I wonder if he'll come get me for videotaping him. There he is right there. And then the light was changing right when I went under it. There's the Sheriff kind of crossing at the same time. But so, I mean, anything that we can do, and there's that white SUV right there. One light, pristine. There it is right there. One light SUV, the gray one, if I can get it, come past this car. It's behind that truck. Getting a lot coming down the street because you see all the traffic here. So I mean, and I also do want to just address it again. You know, actually, you know what I want to address? Some people, I guess, I don't know. Some commenters were saying, you know, I don't know exactly what I'm talking about or anything, and I'll agree with that. Fire marshal crossing up in front of that light. I don't know exactly everything that I'm talking about. I'm talking through it because it is happening to me. Like, I definitely am being hit with directed energy, V2K, remote neural monitoring, and I'm learning and researching. And somebody told me, like, that, you know, a lot of TIs are doing what I'm doing and they're actually hurting our cause. And I guess I'd just like to comment on that on the video by saying, like, no, I mean, anything that you can do, as long as you're getting awareness out there, is going to be good for us. Because then people are going to, you know, even if you're wrong about something, somebody will correct you or have discourse about it, because that's how we figure things out. We all discourse it. So if I say something, you know, that's incorrect, and somebody on the comments corrects me, like, I love that. Like, that is great. And even people like, and I guess this is kind of a mirror inside of a mirror, but even the guy who left the comment saying, you know, I'm doing harm to the TI community by, you know, some of the stuff I say, which I totally disagree with, I still welcome his comments. I even welcome perps to comment, because then a bunch of other TIs will start commenting against them, and that's discourse. That's like, you know, people talking about it or even arguing about something, but nobody's killing each other, and we're just figuring it out. Like, so if you get a perp who's on there, or somebody who really, you know, doesn't believe in this, and then you get a bunch of people talking to them, if they are a perp, you know, well, they got shot down by a bunch of other TIs that really do know this is going on. And if they aren't a perp, if there's somebody who's very just skeptical about it, they might actually go do more research, you know, being told, like, this is happening by a bunch of people. So I'm all for discourse. I mean, I don't like any hate rhetoric. I don't like pinpointing any kind of certain cultures that are doing this, because I don't know enough about anything like that. I think it's all against all in this thing. It's everybody being turned against everybody. Those with the technology and that are kind of in that group and being trained against people that are just regular citizens. But so hate speech and just arguing, just calling each other names, like, I don't really like. But if somebody disagrees with me, I welcome their discourse, I welcome their comments, and the people who, you know, who support me and know that I'm doing my best. You know, we're all doing our best. We all don't know exactly what's going on here. We know it's criminal. We know it's out of control. You know, we don't know the big plan, but we're doing our best to get evidence out. And so I just wanted to make that clear. I always kind of like just saying what I'm doing and making it so people don't have to guess, because I don't have an agenda. Like, my only agenda is I've seen my family hurt so bad by this. I've felt so much pain from this. I've talked to, you know, women and men who've gone through just agony, being tortured almost their whole lives. So my agenda is, like, trying to give people as much comfort as they can, trying to save as many lives in this, and trying to stop these programs that are draconian, that turn us against each other. So, I mean, I guess I have an agenda, which is human life. Is more precious than material things, or, you know, keeping the people who are powerful, like human life and our existence and humanity. That's my one light FedEx car. Gotta get that. One light FedEx car. Yes. Wanted that on tape. Got it. That may convince some of you guys, target individuals who are like, well, FedEx cars are anywhere. FedEx cars are all up over me. And I've had a couple of comments that, from other people saying, yeah, FedEx is involved in their vehicular stalking too. And I've seen a lot of, I used to see a lot of Old Dominion and moving vans and stuff like that. Since I moved from that area where they were around so much, they don't come over to this side of town. They've kind of replaced it with other things. And I know how that can sound coming out of my mouth, because I realize right when I say it how it sounds, but it really is true. They get people in the area who are available. So I'm getting through it. Just kind of, I got a new bed frame, and so I kind of draped the copper mesh over my whole body, but didn't put much on my sides, and it's helping a little bit. I did go to Amazon, and I forgot the company, but instead of doing the grounding, and I might have already told y'all about this, but grounding I think is very, very good. I think a lot of TIs find comfort from that and really protect themselves. So I went to a company that has an earthing blanket that you can plug into the wall with an earthing cord. Because I don't know. I have made stuff before, but in the kind of the phase that I'm in, I'm trying to find things that don't look too crazy. Like, I built the corrugated steel, painted my walls with aluminum. It was a lot of my own stuff. And so I'm trying to find things that are viable, that you could have in your house. And there's a fire marshal. That's 2 fire marshals on this drive. But I'm trying to find things that, and especially because I do live with a roommate, and we have people that I don't know coming in and out, and she's good. She's a good roommate, but I might try. And she's a 21-year-old girl. I don't want her around this stuff, in whatever capacity and whatever's going on. I just don't want her around it. I need to get somewhere ground level, in a controllable environment. But it's not to say I don't love my roommate to death, and she's a great person, and it's good. Like I mull it over in my mind, because we have mornings where we'll cook breakfast, and instead of like dealing with all this targeting stuff, I don't focus on it, and we're just laughing and having fun, and those moments are very precious to me. And like when we have company over or dinner, those moments are precious to me, because it gets my mind out of this. So I feel like it's gonna be negative in some aspects to not have a roommate to do those things with, and have somebody around to kind of cut through this, like where it's not this all the time. But it is also, I do want to protect her, and it's also a lot, and I really want to defend myself to where I'm not feeling anything. And I think to do that, I'm going to have to be on my own. It's going to have to look a little bit weird. It's going to also have to be on ground level. But so those are just things that I'm kind of mulling over. Me and my mom actually talked about it today. So she's demolished, the house is demolished, and the lot's still there, and Lynn still lives there. The 2 people over on the other side have moved. Becky and Lynn still live there. And we were talking about it, and I was like, well, I might just move back there. We couldn't just put a trailer on there. We could put a trailer and like maybe a little tin, like warehouse or something like that. What am I talking about? Like a little tin tool shed type thing that I could live in. But the shower and stuff, I'd have to shower in the trailer. And I was like, that's probably the safest place I can be. Y'all ever seen Lord of the Rings where where Mary, not Mary, the other one, they're walking